Okay. Today's focus is going to be on word problems that require us to use trigonometry. If you can't hear me, I'm guessing you're not going to do very well on the information because you're not listening. Boys, okay. Here's the deal. You are going to see two words throughout the problems you encounter today. The first is angle of elevation. Okay? So the angle of elevation is the angle between where you would be looking horizontally and where you... Could you just let me talk and then you can ask a question? Okay. This guy would be looking straight ahead, but is looking up at the light tower. So here is our angle of elevation. Okay, so here's where I'm looking normally. Here's where I'm now looking. That is the angle of elevation, okay? It's always going to be with the horizontal, okay? Sometimes it's going to be with the ground. Sometimes it could be off the ground with the eyesight, okay? So Casey sights the top of a lighthouse with an angle of elevation of 58 degrees. Casey is 6 feet tall. How far is he standing from the base of the lighthouse? So here is Casey.
I love Casey. He looks so great. What?
I did make Casey really tall. Okay. I have him with a hat, yeah. Okay, is this an appropriate height for Casey now?
Yeah.
Okay. Casey is 6 feet tall. Casey is looking up at a light tower. Okay, well, Casey would normally be looking this way. So when we're describing the angle of elevation, we are talking about 58 degrees. Okay, now our light tower is 84 feet tall. If we are looking for how far he is standing from the lighthouse, which piece of that right triangle are we finding?
That would be the adjacent.
The adjacent side.
We're looking for this guy right here, the adjacent side, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 48.7?
Now, is 84 the number we are going to use in our formula?
No.
Are you coming in? Okay, 84 is not the length of the opposite side. What is the length of the opposite side? 84 minus the 6 feet tall that Casey is. Okay, so now we know the 78 is our opposite side. X is our adjacent side. Which trig function is going to be our friend? The tangent of 58 degrees is 78 over x.
Yes. And then wait. It's 40.
Okay. Our dear friend Ollie is saying that this distance is 70 what?
48.7 feet.
Oh, 48.7. I need you to double check his math, please.
I double checked.
Yes?
How can x be 48.7 if the shorter side is 78?
Do you think I drew it accurately?
I would assume not.
How
No.
tall the person is in comparison.
That was
Yeah.
4 feet.
That's a
Think it's to scale?
calculation.
Okay.
Technically, that would only be like.
When we draw a picture, it's probably not going to be drawn to scale. While I appreciate that Logan is thinking about the validity of our answer, the realisticness, made up word. I didn't draw it to scale. My 6 feet tall human next to the 84-foot tower, that is not proportional at all. Okay, so just, it's cool. Now, somebody did say feet. Please make sure you label your answer within these problems. Alex S.
Can you find angles using trigonometry?
That is what we're gonna do tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. What don't you understand?
No.
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't understand all these jokes.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna have you do. I am gonna have you, please do not do any math. I just want you to draw the picture for number 2.
Is it like the same thing as the first one?
Huh?
Is it like the same thing as the first one? Kind
I mean, they're all a little different.
You have to work all day.
do, but yes. That was pretty close to you tipping over there.
She said don't do Why couldn't it just be the first
this be like? So
All right, so let's look at your picture. So we have a kicker kicking a football. Okay, there's my football. He is standing 131 feet from the base of the goalpost. And the goalpost,
And you're putting a lot of
we're looking at it from the side, okay?
you put scale and everything.
There. Okay, the top of the post is how tall?
130.
Oh, we don't know, but the angle of elevation is 17 degrees. What?
It'd be cosine. It's water.
We're at Boise State.
What's Boise State?
Boise State University.
Okay,
Say that one more time.
Yeah, I said Kansas.
all right. Aaron Liddy, could you tell us how to set up this math? Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? Okay, the tangent of 17 degrees, Logan, equals?
Hold on, this is like completely off topic.
Okay. Shh. Yes.
Another, if he's standing only 131 feet from the base of the goalpost, then that would really only be about 1 yard.
Is my math wrong?
That's a third of a football.
How many? I don't care. How many? You told me
3.
3 yards.
3 feet in a yard. So
39 inches is in a meter.
Dude,
3 feet are in a
I asked him how many feet are in a meter, and he goes
there's
39.
3 feet in a yard.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I'm just.
Hey, hey, hey. What?
There's only like 40 yards though.
Feet. Take 131 divided by 3. 43 yards. Which is really like a 27-yard field goal or something like that. Hey, can you just stop? Okay. Evie, when we put 131 times the tangent of 17, what's our answer? 40 feet, like nothing after it?
Yeah, it's 40.0 something.
Okay, you guys, I am really annoyed right now. 40.0.
5.
Okay, so we're going to call it 40.1 feet.
40.0.
Okay, now let's talk about the angle of depression. What? I want to talk about the angle of depression. Okay, I have people who really struggle with the angle of depression. Okay, you can see that this lifeguard would normally be looking this way, but is looking down. So here is our angle of depression. Okay? I have a lot of people who mix up where this goes. So when we draw this next picture, I really want you to A, not work ahead, and B, like pay attention. Okay? Okay. We're going to look at number 6 because number 5 is exactly the picture up there, and I want to give you something new. A pilot in a helicopter spots a landing pad below. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
That is a beautiful helicopter.
That's tough.
Okay. Oh, and then
That was a whale with the fan on.
It's like a whale.
okay. Hey, he's driving it.
Yeah,
It's like a...
Okay.
Oh my god.
He notices a landing pad down below. That's where he's trying to land.
I like this help.
The horizontal distance to the landing pad is 1,200 feet. What is the altitude of the helicopter?
Oh, I did this on the wrong one.
I told you we were skipping. Okay, so we are looking for what is the altitude. Now, here's the deal, and here's where people have a hard time. We know that he's looking down here at the landing pad, where normally if he just drove, flew, whatever, if he was looking straight out, he would be looking that way. So the angle of depression is this guy right here.
So you just.
So, why is specified the difference between the angle of,
Depression and elevation.
yeah.
Okay, you're right, Alex. They're pretty much the same thing. Because, guys, look at our parallel lines knowledge. Oh, parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Oh, that was terrible. Let me try that again. We have, that's still terrible. We have alternate, it's fine. We have alternate interior angles. So, Alex is right. This is the same thing as the angle of elevation.
Oh, wait a minute. That means it's inside the triangle, which means you can do everything.
Okay, so here we can say, okay, the tangent of 73 degrees is x over 1200. How do I do that so fast? I notice that, hey, I have an adjacent and an opposite from my 73 degree angle, which gives me tangent.
Well, yeah.
And if we put 1200 times tangent of 73,
319.
You said 2,000. Look at it. You said 2,000.
does that sound like a reasonable answer?
No. You said 2,000.
Okay. Here is your job. Your job is to do page 22 and 23.
Wait, so it's 3,925?